Hi guys, Vechs here. Welcome back to Fallout 4. I'm sorry to be so wishy-washy, but I think I will join the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm just thinking about the other options, and the Minutemen to me seem kinda just kind of bland, I guess. And even if the Brotherhood of Steel are like egotistical jerks in this game, which I'm getting the vibe that maybe they are. They're still the Brotherhood of Steel, and they still have the cool power armor and the airship, and like I'm sure there'll be things I like about the faction. So, all right, so I have to board the vertibird, which is on the roof apparently. So let's go. I'm really curious to see this airship, and
What's that for?
it's for your butt. How about that? And I'm really curious to see the Pride one. What's this? Oh. Alright. Well, there she is. I hope this guy's a better pilot than, well, you know, the previous ones I've seen. Does this just kill me if I walk under it? It kind of should. I guess it would just be hot. It looks like it's just really hot air, so, you know, it would be uncomfortable, but maybe not dangerous right now. Until this thing revs up. Okay, this is cool. This is highly cool. Oh, Piper's already in. I get to man the gun.
Gun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the local.
Oh my god, it's an infinite ammo minigun.
The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior. Which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive.
Well, that's Raiders down there. I'm pretty sure.
I wish everyone down there believed in our cause. But they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger.
Well,
if we fail,
but
it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, but
before the
I'm the
enemy
player
will
character. I'm the
overwhelm
last hope.
population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory.
Ooh.
We're on final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions.
I wonder if that's like if the Minutemen get that ship as an airship. That'd be kind of interesting. Seems a little crappy compared to what the Brotherhood of Steel gets, though. So can I access my map? I just want to see an overhead of where we actually are. Okay, so we're flying Boston Airport. Can I fast travel here now? Oh yeah, I think I can. Ah, that's awesome. So I wonder what this ship is, if the Brotherhood found it, or if it's old U.S. military tech. It looks like it would be a refueling blimp.
There she is. It's been far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
There's another vertibird down there. So do we land on the Prydwen or down here on the ground?
place sure took a beating.
So, how do I get off this? E? Oh, E. Okay. Okay, this is cool. This is very cool. That's cool that the, Who are you? Are you just like some random Brotherhood dude? Yeah, I guess so. Hi, Piper.
Hey.
Point. Alright. Out with it.
Your thoughts?
This is some kind of undercover thing you're doing, right? Eyes inside the Brotherhood? That probably moves some papers. Take notes.
Your thoughts?
Piper and Blue. Sounds more like a jazz combo than a traveling outfit. But it'll do.
Your thoughts?
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life. Me? I'm very successful.
Your thoughts?
Some planes
thoughts?
must have gotten away before the bombs hit. Where do you think they ended up?
Your thoughts?
Doing the right thing rarely makes you popular. But I don't think I could live with myself otherwise.
That's all for now.
Okay.
Can I just walk off this and die? No, I cannot. Okay. I was actually pressing forward there.
Permission to come aboard, sir?
Permission granted, and welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our recruit?
Yes, sir. I feel promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Pridlin and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin. So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
Really? I'm kind of curious what a soldier's supposed to look like, but...
And what's a soldier supposed to look like?
A soldier is supposed to be an efficient killing machine. Not a relic from the past, playing catch-up with the rest of the world.
How many things have you
If Danse
killed?
hadn't stepped in and vouched for you, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Accepting outsiders like yourself has proven disastrous in the past. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
And what exactly
What
is your
exactly
mission
is your
here?
mission here?
I'm not at liberty to say. Elder Maxon will be addressing the crew shortly, and I'm certain all of your questions will be answered. Now, was there anything else, or was everything I said understood?
I don't know. I mean, I do have a choice. Like, I could just pull out my shotgun and shoot this guy in the chest with buckshot from like 2 feet
I'd
away.
appreciate your attention, Initiate.
Oh, right, yeah. I wonder if I could get thrown out of the Brotherhood by mouthing off to this guy.
Not even a hint? Come on. I deserve it.
No. You'll just have to wait until Elder Maxon addresses the crew. Now dispense with the questions. It's time to get to work. Understood? That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. After which, Elder Maxon wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
Where can I get power armor? I already have it, but...
Can you tell me anything about Elder Maxon?
Elder Maxon is the supreme commander of the Brotherhood. Without his tenacity and his vision, we'd still be a small group of complacent stragglers, occupying the Citadel in the capital wasteland.
In a mere decade, he's grown the Brotherhood of Steel into a major military force.
He's an inspiration to us all. Is there anything else?
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command deck immediately. Dismissed, Initiate.
I like how they just don't even acknowledge Piper.
Excuse me.
You lost. Maxon's address is being held on the command deck.
Oh, what's this right here? Oh, it's an engine. So this is pretty cool. Yoink. Yoink, 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 yoink. Yoink. Yoink.
There's a classic.
I like how the first thing I do is just get up here and start stealing everything. So the Brotherhood, huh? Yeah, I definitely see they're a little, yes sir, no sir. Reporting for duty, sir. Like, just a little, yeah, they're definitely more militaristic. Like in the first Fallout game, like Fallout 1, the world had really gone to shit. And like there was the question of, is humanity going to go extinct? And so when you encounter the Brotherhood, it's like this group of organized people who are actively recovering technology and trying to preserve things to rebuild the world. That's a pretty pleasant surprise to find. It made me feel as the player like not all hope was lost. But by the time of this Fallout 4, like, humanity's not going anywhere. I mean, it's gonna exist here. Like, humans aren't going extinct. So now we're getting into...
Maxon is preparing to address the crew.
I guess if there's phases of a post-apocalyptic game. Can I jump off this? Yes. Oh, that was funny. All right, my curiosity is satisfied. So there's like the hard Scrabble phase, not phrase. I mean, it is a phrase, where it's, you know, humanity is on the brink, and things are about just surviving. Like, not dying is your objective every day. And I think this Fallout game seems a bit more like we've moved on to into the political phase. Like, we've established the not dying thing. Like, people are, you know, living, and while not thriving, they're not, like, on the verge of death either. Like, life can be hard, but it's, you know, it's okay. Like, looking at the city, I mean, it's a proper city. It's in a bit rundown area. Like, the buildings and stuff are run down, and
Angle here.
this is pretty. It's really pretty. I don't get the way the stars are, like, doing what they're doing right now. Like, they're twinkling so much. It's kind of weird looking. Maybe that's it could be debris in space or something. If not stars I'm looking at. I don't know. Could be radiation. Something to do with the... I don't know. If somebody knows, like, if that's realistic for the stars to do that in the absence of light pollution, let me know. kind of curious. But yeah, now we're in like this political phase where factions have developed, and now Fallout is a game about not about surviving in a wasteland, but about factions with competing and divergent interests, vying for power in a wasteland where you can eke out a living. Which I find quite interesting. I do. Maybe more interesting because you can do more stuff, I think, with the story.
I can't talk to you right now.
Maxon is preparing to address
Hi.
the crew.
Welcome aboard.
Elder Maxon is holding his address inside the command deck.
Let's go sit check this out. I like how I got here just in time for this. Wait, is this
Brothers
it?
and sisters, the road behind has been long and
like-
fraught with difficulty. Each and every one
It's like
of
6
you
people.
has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressive, without question, now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our mission. Beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion
Oh, I should have brought
that a machine
Valentine
could
in
be
here.
granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous.
It is actually
Unlike
horribly
reality,
dangerous.
If it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. It's Ad Victoriam.
Ad Victoriam.
Right,
Ad
Victoria.
Victoriam.
Bruh.
Watch your step on the flight.
Yeah.
It's a long way down.
Hey there.
If you run into any synths, shoot to kill. We don't take...
I need to bring Valentine here.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
Hi.
I know this is overwhelming for you.
Care about them? I thought we were preparing for war.
The Brotherhood is here to prevent a war by starting one of our own. The difference is, our war won't reduce civilization to ashes.
I mean, I get his point. Like, the Institute, based on what I've seen, is pretty bad news. They hired a
I know this
mercenary
is overwhelming,
that killed my wife and
but I'd
kidnapped my
appreciate your
son.
attention.
And then, I'm trying to talk to my viewers, shut the fuck up. And then they've been kidnapping random people and replacing them with synths. So, okay, yeah, that's pretty threatening. That's pretty bad news. And nobody else in the wasteland seems to have the wherewithal to attack them
I know this
properly.
is overwhelming for you, but I'd appreciate your attention.
The Minutemen, without me, the player character, can't, because it's just like one dude. And then the railroad is just like a few people. And they seem more inclined to run than attack.
I know
the
this is
Institute.
overwhelming for you, but I'd appreciate your attention.
I'm slightly convinced. Like, he's got a pretty good point. I mean, obviously the game is set up in such a way that me, one person, the player character, is like god of this universe, and I can make the story unfold however I want to. Like, any faction I could probably pick and progress the story. But, like, realistically, the Brotherhood is, I mean, probably the only sufficient military force to counter the Institute. Because the Minutemen is literally, like, one dude. It's Preston right now.
Something amiss,
without me actively going out and doing stuff for them. And then the railroads, a few people. I mean, I don't know as much about them, but a few people don't seem to be able to take on an entire organization. Or an army, I would say.
I know this is overwhelming for you, but I'd appreciate your
attention. Shut up! So yeah, like, right now, as it stands, without me, the player character, having the, I guess, story armor, I would say plot armor, but yeah, story armor, like, I can go, as the player character, I can go make anything happen. But without that,
I know this is overwhelming.
The Railroad and the Minutemen are just,
but I'd appreciate your attention.
You know, they're, all told, them together is like 7 or 8 people fighting an army of robots. That's no. So the Brotherhood is actually the only realistic option to take on the Institute.
I know.
So actually, I kind of am
appreciate
convinced.
Your attention.
But I'm not gonna play that. I'll just say.
What do you want from me?
I want you to start taking responsibility for this planet, to start making a difference. And from what I've read in Paladin Dance's reports, you've already begun that journey. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle.
I do want to take the sarcastic option.
I know this is overwhelming for you.
I don't care about ranks.
Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to get used to it. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Pridwin and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Pridwin, soldier. Make us proud.
Adjusting internal ballonet pressure. Green lights across the board.
Elder Maxim, I have a set of plans to build a signal interceptor to get me inside the Institute.
An intriguing proposal that I'll have to seriously consider. However, before I allow any of my soldiers to breach the Institute, careful preparations need to be made. In the meantime, I need you to follow my orders and remain patient.
But what about what you said during your speech? This could be a way to strike at the heart of the Institute.
I meant every word that I just said. But I need you to view this from my perspective. I'm not willing to risk the lives of my soldiers, based solely on a set of crudely drawn plans. Give us time to validate the information you've discovered. Then when the time is right, I promise you,
Fair
I'll do
enough.
everything in my power to construct
This thing
that
could just
device.
blow up in our faces.
You're dismissed, Knight.
Alright.
Station keeping maintained. Thruster stable.
Who's saying that? What is this? Pridewin main deck. Yoink. Yoink.
What's that for? Stray radio signals keep pinging the array. Gonna try to filter it out.
Superstructure integrity green. Hull plating stable.
Yoink. And I will continue to rob them blind. Yoink. Yoink. Because I'm the main character, right? Yeah, you turn that wheel, buddy.
Communications array calibration test successful. All bands nominal.
Pinging remote units at 30-second intervals as requested.
Hey.
Congratulations on the promotion, Knight.
Control systems all reporting back nominal.
Hey.
Shoot.
Hey, Piper.
Shoot.
I just wanted to check in, make sure things were all right between us.
Well, I gotta say, I like the way you've been handling yourself out here. Commonwealth's not an easy place to do the right thing, but somehow you manage.
So she's okay with me being in the Brotherhood?
Your thoughts?
Right behind you.
That's all.
Okay.
Balinette Alpha at 93%. Compensating.
I mean, relatively speaking, ooh, I wanna read that, or hear that, I should say. Like, compared to what's out there in the wasteland, the mutant animals and the raiders and the super mutants,
I believe you're needed elsewhere, right?
and the Institute,
We can talk later.
Hull plating integrity
the Brotherhood's
looks good. No need
pretty
for
good.
adjustments.
Proximity sensors green. Getting a 3.
I mean, they're probably a light gray when everything else in the wasteland is jet black. So, all right, what is this? I wanna play this.
Recon report. Knight Wagner recording. It appears the intel claiming the old CIT ruins house an entrance to the Institute was incorrect. My scouts and I spent days combing the location for a way in and turned up nothing, other than a couple of minor casualties. When a contingent of synths boxed us into an old tunnel where we were sniffing around. My immediate recommendation would be to follow the trail back on whoever provided that intel. I suspect some wastelander is feeding Proctor Quinlan lies to earn some caps.
I guess I just keep that. So, heading on up.
Nice being on the move again. Fewer paper cuts than back home.
Well, that's good, right? I mean, you might get more bullet holes than you out here, but
87%
paper cuts really
efficiency.
hurt, you know?
We're getting a 3% Z tilt. Adjusting thrust recommended.
I like the bridge crew banter down there. It makes the world feel more immersive than them just sitting around like mannequins. I think I'm coming up on around 32 minutes or so, something like that.
Vertibird docking systems
So
and fusion coolant
I'm gonna
feed
chill
systems
here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this brief tour of the Brotherhood's Pridewind. They say the Pridwind, but I think Pridewind sounds better to me. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say Pridewind. I hope it's okay with you. Anyway, I'll see you guys next episode where I continue exploring the Brotherhood option, and I'll see you later. Until then, as always,
reactor jitter. Adjusting
take
compression
it easy.
rate.